Hello, everyone. Welcome to Yoga and Movement with Maud. My name is Maud, and today I want to welcome you to your yoga for upper body strength. For today's class, you are going to need either a yoga block like this or something triangular in shape, like even a dumbbell, not just for the weight, but for the shape, a thick book or a pillow. We really need it mostly as a warm up and also to do some tricep moves later on. So I call this class a yoga adaptive class. What that means is we'll be doing some yoga poses that have now been slowly introduced in non-yoga modalities, and we're also going to do some non-yoga moves that have now been slowly incorporated into yoga practices and yoga classes. So it will not be like a prudent yoga class, if you know what I mean. But we're going to be giving some love to our biceps, our triceps, our shoulders, also our wrists. And so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to sit on top of a block here so I can just focus on warming up our upper body. And go ahead and grab your block or your triangular shaped thingy. So I'm just going to put this down for now, but because we're going to start breathing and just doing some stretches in the upper body before we get right into it. So as you're seated, crisscross applesauce or hips on heels like I am, just rest your hands down. You can place one hand on top of the other. Relax your shoulders, opening the chest and lengthening your spine as you close your eyes or keep your gaze low so that we can start to breathe here. Inhaling through nose. Exhale through mouth and release. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale in. And exhale it out. Beautiful. Blink your eyes to open if they were closed. Let's do some free form shoulder rolls right here. So roll your shoulders up, back, down, and forward. Like I said, we're going to be doing some stretches here, some mobilization just to prepare our bodies to where we're going. And you can go the other way. You can even just dangle the hands to the side if you want to. Doing this a couple more times. Always feel free to pause the video so you can do something longer or slower or more. All right. Now cross your right arm in front of the chest, and the left arm can help pin it in and closer. Inhaling and exhaling. And the other arm. Inhale, exhale. Now shake your wrists, shake your arms, clasp your fingers, and just do some wrist circles in any direction that you want. Again, this is just a warm-up because we have to prepare the body for where we're going. Nice. And then as we rest the fingers, just turn your neck left and right and up and down. Side to side, dropping the ear towards the shoulders and just kind of moving it. We don't want to build too much tension in the neck as we're doing upper body exercises because that tends to happen and that really steals the thunder from the practice. All right, so grab your yoga block or the triangular shaped thingy that you have, and we're going to be doing some halos. So while holding the block like this, make sure that your palms are open. I just want you to make a ring with your head or with your hands and then come back to center. Let the elbows initiate. So as you can see, my right elbow is coming in and my block's going back. Then the left elbow is coming in and then back to center in front of your face. Right elbow in, go back, left elbow in, and center. Now let's go the other side. Left elbow in, go back, right elbow in, down and center. Two more. Halos are really good shoulder warmer uppers. And nice job. All right, let's put the blocks down. Let's remove our seat away from the blocks. and come into quadruped or hands and knees. That palms are spread wide, wrists underneath the shoulders, and our knees are underneath the hips. Let's just do about 2 or 3 cat cows here. Inhale to arch the spine. Belly is low, and then exhale to go the other way. This is kind of preparing the body for where we're going. The palms coming in contact with the mat is going to be a frequent experience in this class, so just go ahead and do that. Nice job. Now, study where your knees are underneath the hips now, and just walk them back a little bit. So then when you send your hips forward, you have one long line from the top of the head all the way to your lower back and the back of the knees. Let's take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower the chest down, arms out, 45 degrees. Lift the legs, lift the arms, squeeze the back. Locust pose, some people call this Superman. And then slowly lower hands, tuck the feet, knees down or knees up, push the chest up. Squeeze the butt, slowly lower down, and then exhale. Inhale, hands and feet, release, squeeze the back. Exhale, hands down or knees up, push up. Let's do that about 3 more times. And we're definitely warming up in here, making sure to squeeze the back and spend a full breath there. Feel free to move slower than I am. Elbows out 45 degrees. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, knees up or knees on. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Nice job. Now, as we're here, I want you to really look at your wrists and make sure that the wrists are not really digging deep into the mat too much. Wake your fingers up. Very important for any upper body movement that really relies on those palms. Now, I'm going to keep my knees down, but we're going to do some push-ups right here. All right? So, lower the chest down, elbows out, 45 degrees. Tap the chest, and then slowly come up. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly push up. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze the back. Exhale. Inhale. You can tap the chest or you can hover, completely up to you. The experience is in the arms, in the chest muscles. 2 more. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Slowly push yourself back into a short child's pose. What that means is hips on heels, and as you are resting, elbows down and just do wrist circles with your hands. Now those push-ups that we just did, you can do a lot more of those, so please press pause on the video if you want. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and do that again before we move on to their next move. All right? Same thing, palm the mat. From quadruped, walk your knees back. Send the hips forward, engage the glutes. One long line from top of the head all the way to the back of the knees. This time, let's do 10. Spread the fingers, don't dump on your wrists. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. 9, 8, 7. How's your core? 6, keeping it tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send your hips back. You can always do child's pose as a break or just sit hips on heels and do wrist circles, any wrist releases that are comfortable to you, as long as you can neutralize in the middle. All right. Now, I've seen some videos out there, and all they do is push-ups, and good news, we're not going to do that. All right, we're going to come into an elbow plank. Get your elbows in, on the mat rather. Make sure that they're right underneath your shoulders, and same thing, guys, palms spread out. Walk your feet out, tuck the toes, lower the hips, but don't let them touch the mat at all. Spend some time right here. Now, get your shoulders set in the sockets. Our tendency is to round out the back like this. Really get that ball and socket relationship to strengthen, but relax the neck, relax the breath as much as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Just breathe. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now rest the knees. Slowly come into a Sphinx pose. Open the chest. Again, recruiting the bigger muscles of your glutes in here rather than the small muscles of your lower back. So really waking up the legs in the back, even your feet. Deep breath in and out. You probably guess where we're going. We're going to alternate the elbow plank with the Sphinx, all right? Tuck the toes in the back. Prepare the breath. Inhale. Exhale, elbow plank. Full breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Land the knees on the exhale. Untuck the toes. Sphinx pose. One full breath. Inhale, exhale. Tuck the toes in the back. Prepare the breath. Inhale. Elbow plank. Now push your heels back. Open the chest. Strong shoulders. Inhale. No dumping. Land the knees. Sphinx pose. Inhale. Full breath. Why are upper body strength exercises so important? So much of the things we do, tuck the toes, elbow plank. So much of the things we do, carrying our groceries, our babies, the stuff that we do, it requires a lot of upper body strength because things transpire in front of us, right? Lower the knees. Sphinx pose. And so from gardening, lifting those water cans and water containers, lifting our babies and all of that, man, we absolutely need upper body strength. 2 more of these. Slowly lower the knees. Sphinx pose. My arms are feeling it, especially since I did some arm work yesterday. Tuck the toes. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slowly lower. Sphinx pose. Open the chest. One more time, I promise. Don't hate me. Inhale. Exhale, knees down. Whew. Sphinx pose. Nice job. You can go back to child's pose, or you can just rest your elbows here for a minute. Actually, just for a few moments. You can make a pillow with your hands and swing the hips left and right. Whatever your rest looks to you, just honor that. This is just where I'm going to hang out because we're not going to be spending a lot of time here. Ha ha ha. That was not an evil laugh, by the way, even though it sounded like that. All right, let's go back into our elbow plank. Spreading the palms once again, tucking the toes. Get ready with the breath. Slowly come up, one long line. And this time, cross your left hand towards your right elbow. Swing the hips towards your left and lift your right arm up. Now, plant the right elbow down in front of that left hand. Swing the hips to the right and lift your left arm up. You kind of know where we're going. We're just going to alternate here, spending some time in the middle before we swivel towards the left and right. Down. Inhale to lift. Again, feel free to move slower or spend a longer time in the pose than I am. You have the power to hit pause on the video. You also have the power to do this with me. So completely up to you. We'll be doing 5 more on each side. And don't let that discourage you. In fact, let that be your motivation. It's only 5. Now, if you absolutely need to rest this knee down, please go ahead and do that. Just focus the breath and the attention on your upper body. 3 more. Just swiveling here. Try not to drop that hip. So there's definitely some core work as well. Because without the core, we'll be flip-flopping our arms about. We'll be flip-flopping our legs about. So make sure to really move from your center. One more on each side. And then come to center again. Your rest can be your child's pose. Rest can be belly down, whatever that looks. Wrist circles, arm circles, shoulder rolls. Honor that. But just know we're not going to be spending a lot of time on these breaks. Whew, I'm breaking a sweat now. A few more moments here. And nice job. All right. You kind of knew where we were going. Side plank. So, starting here on my left side, palms are facing out, left hip is down. I'm already stacking my right foot on top of my left. But if your plank is a knee down plank like this, then do so. Otherwise, we can do it at the same time. Right foot is up. Try not to dump on your left shoulder. Get some distance between the shoulder and the ears. Your hands can be on the hips and slowly come up. Lift the arm up if that's in the cards today. Otherwise, this can be anywhere. Hips. This can be on your legs. Breathe. Again, that knee could be down. The foot could be in front as well, like this, if you want. One more breath. Whoops. And then slowly lower. Yes, we're going to go into a full plank. Breathing in and out. Nice job. Try not to dump your dump your hips down, closer to the mat. Keep them away from the mat. Fire up the belly muscles. Fire up your entire core, side and back muscles. Spreading the palms. One more breath. Exhale. I'm going to be turning away from you. I apologize. But this time, side plank over to your right. I'm stacking my feet because I can. Otherwise, your right knee is down or the left foot is forward. Up to you. Get some distance between the shoulders and the ears, but try to stay soft and neutral in the neck. Let things shake. That means there is hard work involved. No judgment. Inhale. Quietly come back into a full plank. Again, establishing some strength in the shoulders, that ball and socket relationship. Fire up everything in the legs. 4, 3, 2, quietly knees down. Find your rest. Wrist circles, shoulder rolls. Breaking into a sweat now. Our last one here will give attention and focus onto the triceps. So go ahead and grab your yoga blocks. I'm going to stay seated here, but I'm going to show this from the side. So I want you to hold the blocks like this with your palms really sort of glued towards the side of the block like this. All right, so I want you to lift your arms up and keeping your elbows where they are, mind the ribs, send the ribs back, keep the chest open, and then bend the arms so that the blocks are wanting to touch the wall behind you, but you're not going to splay your ribs out. You're going to keep that energy in. Try not to waste that. And then squeeze the block. Squeeze the elbows towards each other best you can. Chest out, ribs in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Three more breaths. Inhale, exhale, folks. Don't forget to do that. One more. And then slowly release. Whew. Nice job. Wiggle, wiggle the arms. Whatever needs some love, roll it. Now, hold the block like this on its sort of medium side or the long side, and the hands are going to be on the side. So, lift the arms up. Chest out, ribs in. Contain the breath. And then exhale, release the breath as you fold the arms. Squeeze the block, elbows towards each other. Block wants to kiss the wall behind you. Keep the spine long, keep the breath going. Block wants to travel behind you. Ribs are going to keep your integrity in. Try not to waste that energy by splaying the ribs out. Keep it in. Weave your ribs together. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then slowly release. Whew. That's your 20-minute upper body strength. Everybody, I'm going to face you now. Roll the shoulders, shake the wrists, and with a smile on your face, inhale the arms up, make a big circle. Woo, feeling it. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice, for joining me. For more classes like this and other gentler and more active classes, I have yoga for certain conditions, yoga for all types of sports, yoga for everybody that I can think of. Please subscribe to my channel. I have about over 200 classes out there. And so I hope that you see me next time for more of this and other types of classes. Until then, thank you so much and take care. Bye.